Hello and welcome to another episode of Stays Between Us. Holy shit. I am joined by an amazing bunch of amazing dancers today. Two who happen to be my teachers, and they're lovely people, Alina and Fede. They run the Dance Mafia and AF Dance, and I've been learning from them for the past 1 year, and it's been amazing. And today, for the first time in New Zealand on a podcast.
Yes.
And also his first podcast.
Yes.
I'm joined here by Daniel Camacho. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on such a busy busy schedule of yours.
Thank you for
Every
inviting
time-
me.
Every time I see your stories, you're always just traveling and going here and there. Yeah. So for people who are not familiar, which I don't think anybody is not familiar, but Daniel Camacho has been dancing since he was born. But he's been doing ballroom at the start. He is the 2 times Asian Jack and Jill Open Level. Am I right? Winner. Just won it like a few months ago, right? Am I right?
Exactly.
But you've been in TV as well. 15 years of ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. You know?
Thank you.
So today we're here to get to know more about you.
Amazing, thank you.
Discuss a little bit about just the dance business in general. So how are you?
I'm feeling great. Very happy, excited.
Are you jet lagged?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But yeah, I'm feeling great.
How'd you like it in New Zealand so far?
It's beautiful. It's my third time already here in New Zealand,
Yeah.
and I love it. So quiet, so nice. Volatile.
Okay, that's good for a while. After that, it becomes
Yes.
way. Yeah. It's always
Can
good.
you
That,
imagine?
yeah, because you're traveling. So, how did you get into dancing?
How did I get into dancing? Wow. That's a long time ago. Actually, it's a funny story because I started dancing because my mom pushed me, kind of. Like, I feel like I really wanted to do it, but when I was a kid, I was very, very shy.
Yeah.
And I had my cousins, like 2 girls, and they started dancing. I used to go with them to the dance studio, but I was like, no, I'm not dancing at all because I was like 9, 10 years old. I was like, no, I'm not dancing at all. But I like it, but I was just too shy, so I was just going with them every afternoon. I just said, no, I don't want to dance at all. And then my mom, she realized, like, no, you like, it's like, no, I've never danced. And then at some day, my mom, I became friend with some people over there. And then my mom one day, she said, okay, you're going to dance. I was like, no. Then she pushed me to go, literally, she pushed me to go into the classroom. And then I tried and I loved it completely because I felt in me that it was something that I was able to do. It's like, oh, yeah, I understand. It's not that difficult for me. I like it. And yeah, since then I've been dancing.
So it was not that difficult from the start.
Not that, like, it was difficult just to jump. I mean, like, of course it was difficult. I was not great when I started. I wasn't great, but, like when I was a kid, I had this issue that I used to kind of hate every single type of sport. Like, everything, like basketball, soccer, like for me, it was like a torture. Like when we were like at school or something, it's like, all the kids have to play soccer. And I was like,
No.
I hate it. I used to hate it. I used to feel that I was so bad and basketball, same, everything. But I was like, I need to find something to do. I want to do something. And then when I tried dancing, I said, oh, wow, that's something that I think that I can do it, actually.
How did you what did you try? Like, what was the class?
It was like ballroom dance, Latin ballroom dance.
Also, just from the start, you went to
Yes.
like, let me just give ballroom a chance.
Yes. And I was lucky that I tried that. And since then, I knew that I always had like few classes of something else, like a little bit of ballet, hip hop, maybe salsa. But ballroom dance was like difficult enough for me. So I decided to focus just on that, like for 20 years nonstop.
Yeah, it's the same with me as well. When
Yeah.
I saw ballroom, I was like, this is difficult,
It is.
and I need to do it. I've never done ballroom in my life, but Fede, seriously, how did you get into?
I used to listen to the music. I used to listen to bachata, and I remember seeing people dance and thinking like, man, they look so happy, and I don't know how to do it. And if I try to dance, I feel stupid because I don't know what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
I want to express myself, but I don't have the abilities to do it, so I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to listen to bachata all the time without even knowing that it was called bachata. And this girl came to hang out, and there was bachata playing. She's like, oh, you like bachata? I'm like, what's bachata? She's like, the music that you're playing, you can dance to this. And I was like, oh, okay. Can you teach me something? And she's like, sure, look, 7, 8. And I was like, why are you counting? What does maths have to do with dancing? So then I decided that so I used to live in Hamilton at the time, that when I moved to Auckland, I was like, I'm just going to Google something like somewhere and just learn how to dance. I'm going to get good. Like,
Yeah.
I want to learn how to dance.
But for people who don't know, he used to be like a MMA, mixed martial arts, kickboxing. Like he used to train. Am I right?
I used to work in an MMA gym, but I focus mostly on Muay Thai.
Yeah. So he used to do Muay Thai and went to bachata. So it's very similar businesses, completely.
But it is. There's some things that have a complete carryover. It's just the difference between them is if you're either doing versus or co-op, but it's still distancing, timing, and understanding your bodies, and in one case your opponents, or in the other case your partners.
Yeah, and getting the right finish.
I
I mean, the dip at the end. Yeah. And Alina,
Yeah.
how are you?
Amazing.
How did you get into dancing?
I was at uni at some point. I was studying management.
Yeah.
I quit from third year of uni. I never said it. I never told it to my mom. I said nothing. I just quit in the middle of the year. And I went to some sort of college, some sort of like also like uni for dancers. I was accepted without any pre-exam, anything, pre-test. So I had quite good physical abilities.
Yeah.
And only after a year and a half, I've told my mom that I'm actually studying dancing. And
So before, what did you think like you were doing? Doctor.
Management.
Management.
I was studying management.
Okay.
Management of like building structures.
Yeah.
Sort of like very boring, you know.
Yeah.
And she was
Lawyers.
no. And I started dancing a little bit of everything, a little bit of ballet, a tiny bit of ballroom, like once a week, just a touch, just to get to know that. And back that time, I didn't like it. I hated ballroom. I liked ballet. I liked jazz. Then I got into hip hop, and I was dancing hip hop and kind of like lady styling heels for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I quit, because I thought I'm already at retirement age. And when I get to New Zealand, I saw that everybody dancing. The age doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, And everybody dancing, like, oh, I should try. And then one of my friends got me into social without telling me anything. It was like, what social is, what you're gonna dance. I'm like, why are people dancing together in couples? What does it have to do with dancing?
Why is everyone looking so
Why?
nice and smiling? And
And one guy tried to explain me the difference between bachata and salsa. And what do you mean? What do you mean? Is it like a difference? It's just something Latin, something Latin, Spanish-speaking songs. And then she got me into my first class, into my first lesson, into my first performance team.
Nice.
And since
you're
then,
here?
and I'm here. Yeah.
Great. Okay, thanks for asking me as well.
We're new. But Sid, how did you get into dancing?
Shit. There was this girl that I used to like back in the day. So I actually got into dancing because my sister. We used to watch this show called So You Think You Can Dance. Back in the day, it was like this super hit, and step-up movies had come out, and everybody was on the road doing random stuff, like you're walking, suddenly someone was like, and that was acceptable because, step-up movies, and, and I remember I went, it was actually classes, so like rumba, bachata, cha-cha, jive, and I saw that, I was like, nah, like, where's the hip hop people? And because we used to be like having dance battles and everything, right? And bachata at the time, I'm talking about 2009, 10. Bachata was something you learned during social. Like there was not very classes for it. It's nothing like it was what's today. So people used to do a lot more ballroom if they wanted to be more professional. But bachata was just like, hey, let's just have a break, And then I just I watched a few years after, I watched Cornell and Ritika videos, and I was like, holy shit, this is bachata, like this looks cool. And then just started learning, left a lot of places that didn't match, and then I just stuck with you guys. And By the way, use the code SEP is awesome and get $10 discount on your next concession card. That's true. SEP is awesome. Use it verbally. If you do also say that SEP is the cutest guy, they might also provide you with my phone number. Terms and conditions apply.
On Sep's account.
On SEP's account, yes. No. Wait, no. I'm not paying for it. But anyways, sponsored by AF and Dance Mafia. Speaking of different styles,
Yes.
what do you think of? A lot of people have this issue. I've seen them online as well, where they call the new bachata like the snake dance. They said this is not how bachata was, and it shouldn't be
Yes.
danced like this. Now you've been in the scene for quite a while, so what's your idea on that?
I think that actually it makes sense that it's not. I see when so many people come like, nah, this is not bachata anymore. And you need to be very careful, I think, in social media, how you, for example, if you post a video like saying, my traditional bachata, for example, and it is not traditional, of course, you're going to get a bunch of people complaining about it. I feel like nowadays it's just a fusion of like too many styles, like way too many styles. Even like sometimes I prefer to avoid saying, what do you do? Bachata, sensual, like fusion, like because it's a mixture of everything.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a little bit of everything now. Very mixed.
because a lot of times on the comment sections, I like look.
Yes.
Some famous artist has put something, and everyone was like, "Amazing, love you, see you soon." This is not bachata.
Yes.
You
It's
know?
funny to say that there's always some angry Dominican complaining about
Yeah.
it, saying like, this is not bachata.
the
Because
thing
it's not. It's not.
It's. I mean, everything has evolved, right?
Yes.
Everything has evolved, and dance at the end of the day is dance,
Yes.
right? So, I mean, I'm no position, nor I'm from the culture, or I speak the language of how it started. But I just feel as long as two people are having fun with each other and having a
Yeah.
good time, that's the whole point of dancing. Like that's how it just started. So who cares what it looks like, you know? Am I right?
I agree. 100%.
There's
Are
some
you sure you're talking about bachata?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
there's some people that yeah, like Danny said that they're like angry. This is not bachata. Maybe it's missing some of its original elements. I don't know. I imagine that if they just named like the new things that we do, if they just named it something different, I think nobody could kind of get upset. Do you know what I mean? If they called it like, oh, this is snake dance now, then we could still keep doing what we're doing without anybody getting mad about it.
That's fun.
Like that, because when I got Julian before, and Julian was sharing the story of someone telling him that because you're Chinese, you're not allowed to teach salsa or bachata. That's not even your culture. Like, why would you become a teacher? But now here we are, like we have millions of people from other countries who are doing amazing in this scene.
Of course. I agree.
So would you have that mindset of like, you know what?
Of course, because even like the style of bachata that I dance is not from Latin America. It's nothing but Latin American dancing. Like
Yeah.
if I go to Latin America, I'm never gonna find someone who's doing this style. So yeah, even I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no.
It's like I should be European to do
Yeah.
this kind of style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it's just different.
Now, I understand that you started at a very young age of dancing. You were pretty good at it from the start off. But have you actually struggled?
Of course I did.
Really?
Yeah, of course I did. It was funny actually because I remember when I started, I was so young, but after 2 weeks, I was already competing because my teacher, they said, oh, there's a competition, compete. I was like, I don't even know how to do the basics. And literally it was so embarrassing. And of course, I was the last one in the competition, but here at the same time, that helped me a little bit. And actually, my teachers, they were Russians. So they were pushing me so much, like, okay, you need to improve. And you know, like how it's like dancing when it's like, it becomes like with Russian teachers. And I remember I was so frustrated actually after the first competition because I was literally the last one in the whole competition. And I was like upset, but at the same time, I realized that I had a lot of fun and I realized that I really like competing. And if I am honest, like I really like competing like more than anything else. So I was like, oh, I really want to get better on this. So then I just like, okay, I want to practice, take more classes, and then I'm going to feel like ready to do it.
And you were 10.
Yeah, I was 10, 11. Yes.
Have you guys had a bad dance? Because that didn't answer the question at all. Yeah, like it was so bad in 2 weeks I couldn't get it.
My first teacher, after like a year and a half of being with him, not a year and a half, like a year. I only did a year with him. we were talking, and he said to me that he thought at the beginning that I was going to quit because he had never seen somebody struggle as much as me. Like, it took me like 4 hours of privates to understand how to go from side to side to backwards and forwards with basic. I was just had so much muscle memory from martial arts of like, you're not allowed to cross your feet.
Yeah.
It just, my body just wasn't getting it. So yeah, then he's like, no, it wasn't that hard, and I competed after 2 weeks.
But I think that also depends in my case, like depend of the style. Because if you ask me about dance to reggaeton, for example, I don't feel that I have it naturally. It's very funny, but like some Latin dances, I don't feel that I can get it easily. Like for example, like even like reggaeton, or like if you talk about hip hop or like modern dances, not my thing. It will take me a while actually to do it.
Has that affected your bachata?
Not at all, because like I think that you don't need it 100%. You don't need to dance hip hop to dance bachata. Of course, if you want to get more like in influence style and these kind of things,
Yeah.
you need it. But if not,
No,
you don't
really.
Yeah, it depends on the style that you want to do it. And at some point I was just thinking like, oh, really, I need to push myself to do this, even if I don't feel comfortable. But at the same time, it's like, what if I better do what I feel comfortable, and I know that it looks good. So yeah, I've been trying to
And
move to the other side.
Alina, did you have a bad dance ever?
Ever.
Because you're a follower, so it must be a little bit different.
Maybe
You mean in bachata?
Anything, like, but mainly bachata, yes. Have you ever had like you were like not as good and you were like shit?
Almost every month.
yeah, I think it's like for everybody.
Sometimes it was like, oh, I'm killing it. I'm really good. And the next day I'm like, oh my God, what did I think about? Why did I start it? Why did I even start it? I'm not feeling it at all.
Yes.
So it's always like up and down, up and down.
The worst is when you think you're killing it and you watch the video, and then you're like, Shh, that's what it looked like.
But it felt amazing in the moment, right?
Yeah. That's what, like, I feel like what I imagine of myself sometimes and what it looks like is sometimes very opposite. You know, like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm killing, and then the back is like
Shrimp mode.
Yeah.
No, but to be fair, sometimes, so sometimes we're doing the demo, and after the demo, I'm like, oh my God, it was so bad. It was terrible. But then I watch the video and I'm like, oh,
Yes.
actually, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Actually, it even looks good.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what it depends on. Well, what do you think, Danny? Like,
That's true. The same actually, and we were talking about it. I have the same feeling because we just had a competition lately, and I was not very happy. I was not happy at all, actually, with my dancing and with the result. So I couldn't watch the videos for 2 days. I was like, I had everybody, oh, I have videos of you. I'm going to send you. I was like, okay, thank you. They sent me. I didn't open. Not at all. 2 days, like, I don't even want to see. I feel so uncomfortable. And then I open, it's like, now I'm going to get angry.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks good. So yeah, like, I don't know exactly. But I think that because we push ourselves so much, like all the time, so we think that we're not doing great. And we see, and it's not that bad.
By the way, this comes from someone who just won the Jack and Jill open level just like a few months ago, and he became you can 5th or 6th like in level up in Melbourne. Fourth, sorry, my bad, 4th. And he doesn't want to watch the video, you know, so there's still hope.
But now I like it.
Yeah,
I posted the videos. Yeah.
But a lot of people I've seen now, as I mentioned, you've been teaching as well, dancing for such a long time. Alina and Fede have been teaching and also mentoring a lot of students, both mentally and, you know, in dancing as well. One thing that I have noticed a lot, especially for leaders, is when they start to dance and they're not good, they are judged a lot by the basis that they dance, and they struggle mentally, you know. What do you guys, like, what's your advice on that for people who just started dancing?
I for example, in my case, I was to my students, even if they are new, they're very new, I let them know that there's always someone who's gonna like complain or being mean or something, and they need to be very like conscious about it because it's gonna happen. I feel like they just need to know it. They just need to know that it's gonna happen, and it doesn't matter because we're just all learning. And I think that it's quite difficult actually for the leaders, even more than the followers. Yes, leaders, they struggle. Yeah, there is more difficult, like in the social and everything. I think that leaders, like, they get rejected quite often. Like, it's rare that a follower will get rejected. they will get rejected by artists.
Yeah.
It's like revenge. But usually, like followers are never getting rejected, but leaders a lot. Like, you will have the follower who's gonna look at you. I think it happened to me like sometimes when I go to a place that they don't know me.
Yeah.
Even some leaders like, okay. I'm like, you went? No. And then when they realize that I dance okay, they are like, then they are smiling. I'm like, why? Why they do that?
Yeah. I mean, just like last week we were dancing social and this girl was like, it's your responsibility to lead me. I'm like, brother, like, listen, I'm not here to change your life. We're just gonna dance for 2 minutes, okay? Fede, since you've been running a school and you mentor people on a regular basis because you don't have a school, right?
In Ecuador, yes.
In Ecuador, you do have a school. Okay, we'll get back to that. But you have a school in New Zealand and you've been mentoring people for such a long, like almost a long 2 years now, right? Am I?
How long have we been doing it, baby?
Year and a half. Year and a half. Yeah.
Almost 2 years. So for the past 2 years that you've been mentoring students in dance, what advice do you have, especially for the leaders who struggle?
I think the struggle is good. Like, because imagine if the journey was easy, then everybody would be high level, and then it wouldn't mean that much. Do you know what I mean? So I usually tell them like, yes, like you're going to feel like you are not dancing well. It's gonna feel uncomfortable, but if you're strong enough to just be like, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna keep attending classes. I am going to get good.
Yeah.
And then you come out the other side of that. You'll feel really accomplished.
Yeah.
If it was just easy, it wouldn't mean much. So I like it. I feel like there's like a wall there, so that you have to be strong to get past it, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. And Alina?
I mean, leaders. We're also struggling, you know?
Yeah.
There is also struggle on our side. Because sometimes you dance with the lead and he was like, yeah, I'm leading a really cool move. And in case you're not executing this cool move, he gives you such a look.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
okay, let's try it again. You're like, oh. No, I'm joking. But the reality is we all, 90% of the people, we all just worrying about ourselves.
Yes.
We don't think like we are self-doubting during the dance. We are thinking about next move. We are thinking about looking good, executing good moves, like all the moves. And if we, at some point, I always tell our like followers, leads, like focus on connection, less focus on yourself, what you're doing wrong, what the other person will think about you, and it will connect to the person rather than worrying about yourself.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Enjoy just what's it meant to be.
we're all thinking about ourselves.
Yeah.
Almost nobody thinks like, I led this move, she didn't execute it well, she's a terrible dancer. Almost nobody.
Well, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. But so I didn't know that you had a like a dance school as well.
Yes.
How's that
With
going?
my family, actually. We have a dance school for 20 years already back in Ecuador.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a family business. Okay.
I didn't have
Now
any
the
other
mystery
option.
is solved.
No, but actually that's an interesting story. The reason why I have a dance school is because I started dancing without the dance school, of course.
Yeah.
And I was dancing already for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And then these Russian people who were running this school, they say, okay, we're selling the school and we're going back to Russia. It's not working anymore.
Yeah.
So they decided to close. And at that point in time, it was the only like ballroom dance school in the whole country.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like, okay, it's over. It's over. I'm not going to be dancing anymore because even my parents, they helped me to try to find somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not nowhere else.
Nowhere else. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's over. Like, I'm not going to dance anymore. I was quite sad. And then my parents, they were like, they were surprised also because I really like it. And at that point in time, my brother was also dancing.
Yeah.
And my cousins were also dancing. My whole family were dancing.
Yeah.
So my parents, they had a great idea. They just went randomly. I remember very well because we were like on holidays, like a summer break.
Yeah.
And they came to my room, like it was 10 a.m. Hey, so we had a meeting with this Russian guy this morning. I was like, how? Like, you don't even know him because my parents, they were not like too much into going to the school. It's like, why? But yeah, we wanted to go to talk to him. I was like, what's gonna change? I said, we decided to buy the school. I was like, what? They said, yeah, we got the school. I was like, that's crazy. So literally my parents, they had no idea about dancing. Like now they know because they don't have any other option. But they got the school, and then they had to hire another teachers and everything. And then since then we've been
So you're saying in the morning your parents came and were like, we bought the school from the Russian guys.
yeah, exactly.
Sounds dangerous, right?
Yeah, like,
Yes, it was.
you're like, I just woke up. And they didn't know about dancing.
Not at
They
all.
just bought it?
Not at all. Yes, exactly. It's very crazy because then they hired someone, but this person was not. It was very difficult to work, and I remember that my parents said, "Hey, you have to teach." I was like, no way. And yeah, it was my school. So by like 14, 15 years old, I was already teaching.
And you were 11 when you started teaching.
No, I was 11 when I started dancing, and when I started teaching like 14, 15 years old. And that the thing, like, for me, like, I think that I used to hate it because, like, I feel so uncomfortable that I'm teaching people who's like 25, 28 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm just 15, 14. And I used to hate it, but at the same time, I think that it gave me so much confidence on teaching. I feel like if there's something that I can do, is like, okay, teaching, yeah, give it to me. I really can do it because I've been teaching my whole life since I was a kid. It was illegal. Yeah, no, but it was
Very
very
South American of you.
Yes, very South American.
Wow, what a story. So you bought the school from the Russian guys and you started teaching at the age of
Yes.
15. What was it hard? Like people like actually like people like don't listen to you because they're just like way older than you. Like what does this kid say?
Well, I was lucky that at least I was tall. So yeah, they was like, okay, but still a kid, right?
Yeah,
Still a
yeah.
kid. So I think that actually, yeah, for some people it was a bit weird, like why, like someone so young is teaching. But then I think that people got used to it because I was like working so hard on it that they realized that actually he can do it, so why not? And anyway, because I feel like in ballroom dance, most of the people who's dancing is young people. It's not for adults. So it's not like social dancing. It's more like younger people. So
Well,
it's different.
since three of you all are in the dance business, let's just get into the business side a little bit as well. Do you make money from teaching bachata or just dance in general?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I think that it depends how. Like in my case, like with private classes mostly and workshops.
Is
like
it sustainable?
It could be better. It's an artist's life, of course.
Yeah.
It sounds nice. I think that it just depends. Like I think that the way how you do it, because like nowadays, even if you charge a lot, I would say is not enough. Actually, you can't teach. Like for example, if you are working in an office 8 hours nonstop, you can work. But usually you can't teach 8 hours every day because it's just too much. Like
physically.
You can't do this like every week.
Yeah.
So you have to teach less. So you have to earn more money. So then at the end of the day, it's a little bit difficult to balance everything.
It's hard. What about you guys?
I'd say you need to like supplement it somehow if you're just starting out, but eventually yes, like with, like for example, just with the school we can, but that's why we bring people like Danny to come to workshops, the weekend, run the socials. You have to ideally get a liquor license and alcohol. You need a few things. I don't know if we could do it if we were just teaching bachata and nothing else. I feel like it would be harder.
It will be harder.
That's true.
At least for us here in New Zealand, because there isn't like a huge culture of taking privates. Some people do, but I don't know, Danny, overseas people take way more privates, right?
Yes. But I think that also because I kind of not push, like, to take private, but I think that is because more like the ballroom dance culture. Like we're very used to take privates. And I feel like in bachata now, because some people is doing it, they're getting used to it. And I literally, for example, in Singapore, it's like the way how I work the most, like just privates. And the people, they realize that they improve faster. I was like, oh yeah, it's worth it then. It's worth it. Yeah, but I agree. It's not very popular. People just go to the group classes and everything.
Now, since we're talking about business, you'll get a $10 discount if you buy a concession card and you say Sep is awesome. All right? You have to say Sep is awesome. And you get $10 discount on your $200 concession card. Am I right?
Sponsored by Sep.
Sponsored by Sep. Yeah, we'll send you the bill.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's also, as all of your artists, your body is what you make money with. And that body is, you're going to be tired. Like, if your back hurts, you can still sit on the computer. But and or just like lay around and just like you can still do your work. But if you get injured, like for example, your leg, God forbid, something happens to it.
Yeah.
You're cooked. Like there's nothing that you can do.
Danny's an artist. I'm just an instructor. I'm not an artist.
You are.
Well, everybody, for me, you are.
Oh.
So talking
That
about
10% discount on steel in the art.
so talking about back pain and injuries, like like Alina, when you have certain like because if you have like back issues or something, not that you have, but you told me
I do.
before.
I mean,
We all
it is
like
what
so.
it is. We all do.
Yeah, we all do.
How do you guys manage? Like if starting with Alina.
It's really good sometimes to have your students that take in privates and it's like, oh, you personal trainer.
Okay, and then you okay, but no, but what if it hurt? Like, have you guys ever had a day that you were like, fuck, I wish I couldn't, like didn't want to teach today.
No.
Like I don't want to go to work today.
I think yes, but not that bad. I'm lucky that I never had like something like I can't go.
Yeah.
Of course, like there's days that you're more tired than usual. Like
Yeah.
usually because I'm traveling a lot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When I go back to Singapore, I'm just arriving at 2 a.m. and then at 8, 9 a.m. No, 9 a.m., 9, 10 a.m. I need to go to teach already. I was like,
Yeah.
But I say, okay, it's what I choose. Like it's my decision and I love it. I don't feel like going, but I still show up. I never cancel to my students, even if I'm tired. But yeah, I'm lucky that I never had like any major issue that is not allowing me to teach. But yeah, as you said, I think that actually is very important because like as a dancer, as an artist, actually, you never know when you have to stop, right? Sometimes like something can happen, you'll have to stop completely. And for me, like I feel like in dancing, I've been always trying to find a way to keep like developing different ways of doing it. Like not just, I've been always focusing like, okay, I don't want to just teach and that's it.
Yeah.
I always like organize events in Singapore. I'm starting organizing like small weekenders. I have some projects. I have been working on an online project for a while already, for months. I'm going to release very soon. So like online course. And I know that if something happened, this at least is going to help me because it's going to be there forever. And I already did it when I was on my best shape and I did all my best. So then I just can keep making money and I can keep like organizing stuff and doing different
But
things.
do you advise people learning online?
Depending what? So depending of who, if you think that actually is worth it. But I think yes, actually 100%. Even myself, I've been I took like some classes that I see. I think that some are worth it actually.
Yeah, but you're different. I'm talking about like some people like for me, right? I just see something on Instagram and I try to do it.
I mean like proper course. Like
Okay.
something that is paid. Usually if it's paid, yeah, you're expecting a bit more. But if you see like just this move on Instagram and trying, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work because you don't have the technique, you don't have the fundamentals, you don't understand properly how to do it.
Yeah.
So if you pay for a course, of course, like you can't say like, oh, this course is gonna change my life. I'm gonna become a professional dancer. But at least you're gonna have more information. I think that is just always a plus. You can't just rely on like doing online things.
Yeah.
You need to also.
When is it coming out?
Next month, November.
November next month. That is classes. You get $10 discount if you say Sep is awesome.
Is it? Are they bachata classes?
Bachata. Actually, I really wanted to do for a while because there's a lot of people who has been asking me, oh, like there's too many, like when I'm teaching, I have always like too many details that I like to share. So is everything about like small tips that I use it like to make it look good? It's not about like combos or like cool stuff yet. Of course, it will come later. But I feel like it's just the way how to improve yourself as a dancer, using also like the information that I have like from ballroom dancing, but applied to the bachata. So I explain like part by part of the body, how to work with the foot, with the knees, with the hips, with this, with the arms.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And how long is it? How many hours?
it's not like very long actually. It's not very long. It's just like few classes.
Over the classes.
Yeah.
And do you need a partner to?
Actually, this one I'm doing by myself, and then I'm gonna do the second part with the partner. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because the idea is like I feel like I want to share something that is gonna be useful for both leaders and followers that you can learn by yourself, and then actually you can try with your partner.
Now something really exciting. My friend who was there, Andrew, is in the back, and me as well. It's our first time doing Jack and Jill.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like I'm super excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well.
Of course. We're really invested.
That's cool. and we have the man of Jack and Jill in the house. So, how do I win this?
Wait 1 second.
Bribe the judges.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah. How do you win this? Yeah.
I think that, okay, for me, the most important thing about the Jack and Jill is to be confident. Of course, you need to know, like, you need to make sure that you know the basics, that you have couple moves. You don't really need to have, like, a lot of moves, a lot of fancy things. You need to, like, have nice moves, like 3, 4, at least 5, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, do the right action with your hips, have a nice posture. But then, like, the most important thing is performing. Like, it's a performance at the end of the day, because it's just social dancing plus something else. So you are performing. So you need to look confident. You need to make sure that you don't need to get stressed about, like, oh, what else I'm going to do? What else I'm going to do? Like, in a social dance, sometimes I know where dance is like, okay, I'm running out of moves.
Yeah.
You just need to do your best. If you have to repeat, you repeat. That's fine. But yeah, you need to just look confident.
But that's very cool if you're doing like open level, because there's the experience is a lot more. But when you do amateur, it's kind of like unpredictable on the level of the person you're dancing with.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not 100% sure because I've not done it. So for like amateur level, what advice do you have?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I see like so many people, they complain on the partners, like, oh, I had a bad partner. But honestly, like, even for example, when I dance open level, there's always like beginners in the open level. There's always beginners. And sometimes I dance with beginners on the open level. And I don't feel like that affected so much my dancing. Of course, if I'll have to dance the final with someone who doesn't dance like for a long time, will be different. But on the first rounds, and same like for beginners, I think that you still have to do your own. As Alina said, like, we just think about ourselves. And a Jack and Jill is more about yourself. So of course, like, you need to make sure that you look good. You don't have to do complicated things, because you know that the partner is not gonna get it. And at the end, it's not gonna look like, oh, she can't follow. It's gonna look like, oh, he can't lead. So you need to make sure that you do like basic stuff, more like hip movements, and
Yeah.
that's
Now, Alina here won the open level last year
national
in New
champion.
Zealand champion. What advice do you have
To followers,
to what? Yeah, to students and just in general.
I was surprisingly not caring at all. So it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm gonna try it. That was my third Jack and Jill. So I competed year before that, and I wasn't even placed. And then I went to Singapore just to try, just to like dip my toes in it, just like how it feels. And then I competed again in New Zealand with the same mindset, but I was already quite leveled up comparing to my last year by my teacher, by Julian, and I was pretty confident and calm. I think that was the secret. And because of that, I connected with leads. I enjoyed the competition. I'm like, oh, I'm having fun, rather than, oh my God, like, I'm so stressed. I really want to win. Like, it is what it is. I'm here. I'm going to connect. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to have fun. And even like sometimes, even if you watch the video, you see I'm smiling, having love, like having fun with leads. I think that was the success point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Fede?
I have no experience following, so
No, I mean just in general, like
and I agree with Danny. That's the same thing that we said to our students for Jack and Jill, is like that people overcomplicate and they're like, I have to have like all these really cool moves. But actually, like Danny said, if you go and you as a lead learn the most intricate moves to lead, but then the follower can't follow them, it's gonna look like you can't lead.
Yes.
So just do very few things. Don't do too many things. This is literally how we trained OJ, who won last year.
Shout out to OJ.
Yeah. Well, all we did was like, we focus only on the fundamentals, but we make them look nice. Make sure we have hip movement, like Danny said. Make sure we have good posture.
Yeah.
So just simple, so that you're not doing much, but you're doing it well.
But do you think they judge it fairly? Have you ever felt like, you know what, that was a really good performance? I feel like you guys didn't give me numbers.
Honestly, I feel like when you're getting into a competition, you need to know that maybe you're not going to be happy with the result, right? And I think that dancing is subjective, so you can say, oh, who was better? And I know this like from my whole life, because I've been competing my whole life. So it's not like a race. Like you're running and it's like, oh, this is first, this is second. For me, this can be first and this can be second or third.
Yeah.
So honestly, and I always keep saying to my students, you can't complain.
Yeah.
Of course, you can be unhappy, but you can't complain at all.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that actually somehow, I feel like it's still very fresh, like these Jack and Jill competitions in the bachata world. This has been for ages in other style of dances.
Yeah.
But now it's getting popular in bachata. And I really think that we need to improve like the community, actually the way how we structure actually like the judging system.
Yeah.
Because it's not clear at all. Like for example in ballroom dance, like not anybody can judge. Like in bachata, it's like, you're free, okay, you judge. Even like for example, I feel like, of course, I'm not expecting that at some point it's gonna get like ballroom dancing, but for example, in ballroom dancing, either you judge or you compete. You can't do both.
Okay.
Yeah, and then last weekend I was like judging, and I went running to compete. Literally 5 minutes difference. And I feel like, wow, this is so incorrect. And like there's some other things, like small details, like for example, like we need to, like the system is better. I see in bachata now so many competitions or festivals, they have an amazing system like to point everybody. So it's quite fair. But at the same time, the fact that, for example, between the judges, we don't have rules.
Yeah.
We're free to do anything. Like this really is funny, but the judges were comparing they are comparing the results. And for example, in ballroom dancing, you never do that. The moment you enter to the dance floor and you're judging, you don't talk to anybody until the moment that you submit your result.
Yeah.
And I feel like in bachata, like you always like everybody's like checking the result. And even like sometimes it's like, okay, now everybody comes back to the dance floor so you can see them again. And it's like, that's not the real thing. You should just judge by what you see dancing and that's it. Okay, that's all.
Well, I think also it's harder to judge because bachata has zouk and like so many other moves.
Yes.
So it's like, what do I point this one on? But then when it comes to ballroom, there's a lot of more stricter guidelines. And
Yes.
if you're doing cha-cha, you're doing cha-cha. If you're doing jive, you're doing jive. You know? But bachata is like, if you're doing bachata, you in between spin on your head.
Yeah. I feel that honestly, like, and also in bachata, because I know that some judges, of course, like some teachers, because I think that nobody's like, oh yeah, I'm a bachata judge, because there's not something like that. In ballroom dance, there's like, oh, I'm a ballroom judge.
Yeah.
But in bachata, there's not. They just teachers like who have to judge. But I think that we need to be open-minded about different styles, not because I'm a traditional style. I'm just gonna like point the people who's like doing traditional. Okay, this is good. Of course, we need to make sure that they are dancing to the music.
Yeah.
Is playing. If the music is more like moderna and they're dancing moderna, that's fine. Even if it's not my style, if they play some modern like bachazouk style and they're doing bachazouk, cool. Because I see and I also had some experiences like with people that, for example, is like too sensual, for example. That's the case. And because if I do a little bit more bachazouk, I know his bachazouk, I don't like it. And it happened, and it's like, and that's quite unfair then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely need to be open-minded.
So artists, judges, please. I think that they should be. I mean, for amateur, it's different, right?
It's different from
yeah. So be good.
Yes.
This is not even in a league. So I can't relate to the problems
Do
he's saying at all. No. But do you think like social media, like this goes for all three of you, has actually helped, or has it like has some sort of a damage on the, like just dance itself, bachata and everything?
I think that it helps 100%. I think it helps 100%. It's bad when, for example, you're learning and you just want to learn the moves from Instagram because it's not going to happen, and then there's a lot of like rough leaders. But I think that actually the possibility that we have to see different dances around the world every day is amazing. Like even like for me, I get so inspired every day. It's not, I usually don't like to say like, oh, I'm going to become like this dancer, so I copy to this dancer. But you just open Instagram, you scroll and you see like how many amazing dancers around the world. And it's amazing. It's just very inspiring.
Alina?
About social media, I have very contradicting feelings.
Let's go. What's up?
If you perfectly healthy person, like emotional health,
Yes.
the social media is really helpful
Yeah.
because you can choose your favorites, you can borrow some styling, you can get inspired.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, in your very bad days, you can look at them and I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be like her.
Yeah.
So I'm so far from her. So it's very important to remind yourself, this is just an inspiration. Most of like the top tier artists, they don't post their bad days. They don't post their beginning of the path of the way. So you have to remind yourself that what they post, it's their top. It's their like one of the best content. Yeah. And it's for you to get inspired. It's not for you to get dumped.
Compare yourself.
Yeah.
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 I've talked a lot about myself comparing whatever that I see. What is your perspective on this?
Yeah, I think there's good and bad things. I do like getting inspired, like seeing things and be like, hey, I've never even thought about doing that this way. I could kind of remix that with something that I do. And other times you see like really young people like Victor from Victor and Monica. And you're like, Jesus Christ, that guy is 22 and he's like 10 times better than me. I was like, in 5 years, he's going to be like unreachable.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the saying? Comparison is a thief of joy. So there's always a bigger fish. There's always somebody better. So I feel like, yeah, if you can just look at it to be like, hey, this is really nice and good for them without having to compare yourself, then it can be quite helpful. And to remember, like Alina said, that they're posting their absolute best.
Yes.
They're not showing like, look, here's a video of me practicing this move for an hour and a half and I didn't get it. Nobody's gonna post that.
Now, something that comes from the student side about the people who look really good online, but then there's a lot of difference when they start to teach that.
Yeah.
You know, and then people cannot understand at all what is happening. I feel like being a good dancer, especially with your partner who you've been dancing for like 2 years every day, and trying to teach that to people who have absolutely no idea, it's two different roles. So being a teacher and being a good artist is not always the same, you know?
Yeah, it's not always the same.
Do you agree with like certain
100%.
teaching styles?
Yeah, 100%. Because I feel like in the community, there's a lot of like amazing dancers, amazing performers, and then you have classes with them. It's like, oh, maybe, yeah, it was not what I was expecting, because maybe so many people, they have amazing talent to perform, and that's it, they look beautiful, but they don't have talent to teach. And opposite way, there's a lot of people who's very good at teaching, and maybe they don't look that great, but maybe they are the best teachers. So yeah, I think that it always happened. It always happened, and it's about actually, like, I feel like as artists, we need to find a way how to be good in both, like how to balance it. Yeah, I think it's very important.
Now, something a little bit more fun and controversial.
Here we go.
Dating scene in bachata. Right? I keep getting this thing that, you know, you should not date people from the same dance community. Where am I supposed to date from? First of all, I'm dancing socially on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. You know, if a girl asks me, like, what's your favorite position? Shadow position. Like, you're not doing anything else. Like, you know, I can't. Like, and then she's like, the fuck wrong with you? You know, like, it's so hard. And have you ever dated someone from outside? Take them to a social and see if they stay with you. Take them to a social, and as soon as you go, it's like, oh, this is the clothes hold sensual. You know what? You keep that sensual with you. I'm going home. Do not text me again. So my question is, so what do you guys think about dating in bachata?
I think it depends on the person, 100%. You see some people here dating around the same community.
Someone.
And did it work? It works somehow. Yeah, I think it depends of the person, because at the same time you don't want to spend that much time. But I understand that someone from outside the dancing world is not gonna understand. There's some lucky people that actually like you get people from outside and they are gonna be completely okay about you dancing so much. So.
Is your partner cool with it?
Yes, I'm the lucky one. Yeah. And the few times when I tried to bring him to the social, it's like, there's no drinks. It's smelly. Everybody's sweating. Why should I stay here? And I was like, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny about it.
Yeah. I let me just share this quickly before I get to you guys. I had a religious girlfriend before.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like anything cool. Like, no, she was religious as well. And I took her to the bachata. So I was like, oh my goodness.
That's funny.
The fight after. As teachers, what do you guys think? Okay, by the way, they have had a good, successful relationship and they met in the dance community. So there is hope out there for us. What do you guys think about dating in the bachata scene? Like, you know.
I mean, he was my student.
You too.
No, but to be fair, we started dating already after. So I stopped being his teacher, and then we started dating.
Suspicious.
Yeah, that's yeah, good story. So, but do you think they should do it? Do you think they should not do it? It's better to avoid it.
I don't think it's possible. It's really possible to completely avoid it. if you are into it, like you've spent, as you said, like how many days dancing?
Where
Everywhere.
Everywhere,
like
every day, yeah.
just like in week like 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe I'm talking like very simple everyday things, but you have to make sure that your value sign plays, and the life and relationship value sign plays, and if you're dating somebody, like you never know what may happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
That you keep everything in good terms. That
Yeah, that's
you don't leave
yeah.
that you don't leave mess behind you, that
Yeah.
you don't leave like
Don't
that you
cheat.
respect people, because community, especially in Auckland, especially in New Zealand, is like incredibly small.
Mm.
And you have to make sure that behind you that you leave everything in a good term, that you leave everything like not messy, that not like, okay, I've dated this girl, now I can't show up in this community.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people actually leave dance because they don't want to see their
That's true.
ex-partner because it hurts them as well. Especially when they see the ex-partner with a new guy or a girl. Like, it's just... What do you think, Fede, about dating?
I agree with Alina. I feel like you have to have like the right intentions in place. I feel like we probably all know some people that have just slept around a lot, and people pop into your head immediately. Be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that person slept with like everybody, right? So I feel like if you're the type of person that enjoys like casual sex, probably don't do it in the dating scene because you'll get a reputation for it and everybody will know who you are. And it will make it hard, I guess, for you to find like a good partner.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have the mindset of like, hey, if I meet somebody, like I'll meet somebody and I'm keen for something healthy, something long term, then of course it's a lot nicer and more fulfilling to have a partner who shares your same passions than to date somebody from outside the dancing who, like we said, maybe won't even like you dancing. And then you have this weird dilemma, be like, okay, do I keep doing the thing that makes me really happy, or do I stop because it makes my partner uncomfortable?
Yeah,
Then
that's true.
you don't have to put yourself in that position.
But what if you want something nice and healthy, but it keeps going to casual?
Are you sure it's not
It's
your...
not me. No.
It's not your session?
I'm trying. I'm trying here. Okay.
Then you go and you see a therapist, and then you try to figure out why are these things failing for me? You know?
Okay, so enough about this topic. This question is for three of you. If there is something that you wanted to change in the dance scene in general, it can be dance related, people related. In bachata scene, what would you want to change?
Don't date in the dance.
No, except
Don't date Latinos in the dance. I'm joking. No, you see, so I think that there's too many things that, of course, we could change to improve. But I feel like the dancing scene is changing, like all the time. Like there's something different is changing. And honestly, what I've been thinking lately, because like, for example, if I talk about the competition, that is something that I really like and I really enjoy. I think that we should try, or it will be amazing to have more spaces to learn properly about more, not focus about just partying, because of course like it's social dancing, but it's connected to just partying. And that's the reason maybe sometimes like people, they can't grow, and there's people who really want to improve dancing.
Yeah.
But if you go to the festival, actually the information you get is this, and is, of course, you're going to have amazing fun.
Yeah.
But you're not going to learn that much. And I know that there's a lot of people who will be more interested about learning. So it would be amazing to also have like spaces like something like festivals or something like that, but more focused about learning. Like just, okay, I'm going to learn like properly with different people, international and something like this. Yeah, these kind of things. And of course, like improving judging systems, maybe like getting prepared properly to the judges actually, so we are able to judge better. Yeah, these kind of things.
let me tell. I'll go first.
Yeah, I'm just really curious about that. I want to know more about it. So, what do you mean exactly by having a festival that is more about learning?
Yeah, not necessarily like a festival, no? Like, but I feel like so many times we focus, and I understand 100% because I also organize things that we need to do the party because that's how we get more money, right? But I feel like we should have like more. I don't know. I don't say that way. Let's don't do the party because that's the fun part, right? But maybe we can do something like more focus about just learning and like with more hours, for example. So because sometimes maybe just too short, like to do 1 hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So like a full workshop of a weekend or something like this, but with more hours and focus just in something specific.
Oh, kind of
Yeah.
like have like one topic, like, hey, today we're gonna have this sort of like weekend up, but it's all about I don't know, weight shift and ground
Yeah,
connection
like
and
yeah, like to learn
technique,
exactly to technique, like to learn properly. Because like I know that actually as artists we have the pressure that if we go to teach overseas to teach something cool because that's what people is expecting is like, okay, I'm gonna get something cool from this guy. I don't wanna wait for him to come and teach me like something very basic. So if you already know that this is gonna happen, okay, I'm gonna like learn just this basic concept. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be very useful.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's something really common that happens, right? That people think, okay, I want to be a good dancer. I want to learn the really tricky moves. But then if you dance with, somebody high level like Danny or Julian, and you are not super high level, you realize that you can have an amazing dance with you guys because your fundamentals, your basics are so clean, right? And people think like, oh, it's not about,
That's true.
it's about the cool patterns, but it's like, no, it's about your frame, your weight shift,
Yeah,
your posture. That's what creates the foundation to be able to do all the cool moves. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just a mess.
It's just mess. Yeah. I think let me set the tone of this question a little bit better because for me, what I don't like to see in the dancing, and it's a personal thing, it's completely personal. If people want to do it, you can do it. But what I don't like is seeing in a very big festival, there's a line of people that wait for one teacher or two teacher. And in my mind is you paid to go to a festival to dance. So you're 25 to 30 minutes of your time during the social, you're not dancing at all. Just so you can dance with a teacher for 2 minutes who is not even going to remember you. And then I saw this thing where it was so many people that the teacher had to dance with 2 people on one song.
Yeah.
It was just something, I was like,
I do.
like, again, I know this is a personal thing, but just seeing that, or like, as soon as I see a teacher, record, and I'm like, are you guys, maybe he doesn't want to be recorded. Did you even ask? And second is like, why is it so much like, I dance with a teacher? Great, just live in the moment, enjoy it. Yeah, maybe a friend of you also sneakily records you to send it, but it's just 4, 5, 6 videos for the same person. You can see the teacher's tired as well. So this is what I would feel like. I want to see difference in the dancing.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, and I agree completely. I feel like every single time when I go, it's like, how exhausting is this? Like, and people, they don't realize that maybe you are tired and you're not enjoying anymore at all, but you still have to do it because it's your job, because you got hired. And I think it's more like coming from both, from the organizers, because they should try to, I don't know, say, oh no, you can't line. I think it also depends in which country, because like I've been in different countries, and some countries they really like to line up, and they don't care like for how long. And I think that actually is quite bad. And I always see like mostly for the followers, artists is crazy, because I see all the leaders like lining up, and then they want to try their best moves, like everything. I'm gonna dance with Mikli, I'm gonna do until the last thing that I know. And then I feel like poor hair, like dancing the whole night with all these guys that they don't even know how to lead, and so all these tricky moves. So yeah,
at the end of the day, the body is the source of power and the money and their life. So you can't just Alina, what do you think should change?
In general, I'm kind of on the same page with Danny, because one of my biggest dreams in bachata scene, in bachata community, was to do something like teaching clinic, something like for a week. Even amazingly, it would be amazingly going somewhere, going to Thailand, going to Philippines, and like wake up, breakfast, dance, rest, dance again, learn, like very concentrated, like very focused for the week. So people understand, and it will be progressive. So people understand the goal of learning is not in tricky moves, not in flashy workshops moves or whatever. It's also very useful, but the goal of it, the base of it, is in progressive learning.
Yeah.
So I would like people understand that and not chasing another qualification, another certificate, jumping from level to level, like getting higher. So for instance, when we take privates, we mostly ask, okay, guys, let's work on our fundamentals. Let's clean our fundamentals. We don't want tricky moves. We want to clean our fundamentals. So we don't build our fancy stuff on pile of something not
Yeah.
nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And another thing I would like to change, it's more kind of like dreamy, maybe even slightly unreachable, but I really want people and all schools kind of work as united front for community. And I'd like to eliminate as much as possible the competition moment, not competition like Jack and Jill, the competition in between schools, because we're all trying to do our best as we can see it.
Yeah.
And there is no point to compete because as a result, if we level up the community, we will just have more people to dance with.
Yeah.
More
Makes sense.
good level people. That's my two kind of like very dreamy dreams.
Yeah.
I'd like to change the performance costumes. They look
It depends.
You're like, what, guys? Why? There's cool clothes out there that are comfortable and pretty. Why? Why do you guys wear that?
Yeah, I think there's like, there's bachata essential, there's bachata influence, and then there's bachata influencer, It's just like a record and, but any which ways, I mean, people can do whatever they want. It's just something that because I don't even like dancing with teachers. I actually don't, because everyone's looking
Excuse
with
me?
your teacher. No, like teachers. No, teachers doesn't like, when like high level artists come in like in a social situation.
Yeah.
Because I had the worst dance with all three because of like how nervous I was. I had I performed really bad with Hillary. With Chloe, I tripped her. Yeah, and imagine like you have amazing dance the entire night, and then you go and ask for one dance, and then you do the exact opposite of what you had in mind. So I'm like, all right, like it's okay. I'm not gonna do
happens.
it. Yeah. All right. So you guys have any sort of questions for Danny? Things that you wanted to ask?
Nothing that comes to mind. I feel like you've done a really good job of asking questions. I just wanted to do a quick shout out to Callum, Alina's PT, who's actually helped her so much with her back pain. So if you're in the dance community and you feel like you got some aches, some pains or something, he's helped her a lot. So shout out to Callum.
Shout out to Callum.
10% discount.
Nah. I mean, it's not working here. It's gonna work there. So when you guys get to this level of like high level, right? What do you think most people forget, especially when ego comes in to play? When you're dancing and when you get so good in the bachata scene, and then you suddenly feel like something is holding you back.
Yeah, that's something very important. Actually, I feel like you always need to be humble. Like, it's very important. Like, to always keep connected. Actually, I feel like so many people, when we start to grow in the dancing scene, we feel like unreachable. Like, oh yeah, I don't dance with anybody anymore. I think that every single dancer or artist should be always open to dance with everybody. Of course, like, it's not nice, as you said, like when you have like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more like about being humble. I think that's very, very important.
Yeah. Don't be selective once you get so good and you're like, I'm not dancing with the beginners anymore. You're not good enough.
Unless because I also know that, for example, in case of the followers, sometimes they have reasons why they don't want to dance with someone, and that's also like very important.
Yeah, that's
like if you had a bad experience with this guy, why you're gonna accept a dance? It's completely fine to say no. And as I said at the beginning, like, it's also good to the students to let them know that they are gonna get rejected too many times, and it's fine because it's okay to say no. I think that is completely okay to say no.
I agree. What do you think about in like higher level? Don't forget.
I like something our coach Julian says. It's like, remember, at the end of the day, we're just making shapes. Don't take yourself too seriously. We're just making shapes.
You don't have the ego. Alina?
Just do your craft.
Yeah.
Shout out to Julian. Focus on your craft.
So focus on your craft. Like, do what exactly makes sense. I think for me, when I, as a high level student, no, but yeah, the ego thing I think is the most important. But then I'm being humble daily, so I'm fine. For now, I have absolutely no ego. All right, we're gonna play a quick game, and then it will, because we're getting close to the end of the round. So what this game is gonna be about is I'm gonna be naming artists. All right, but in like a very short, you can have maybe one sentence or like few words or maybe one word. You guys just have to describe the artist the way that you think that they are. Yeah, just your opinion about them. Yeah. Also, I've listed a few, but I'm sure you guys know more. So if you guys want to jump in and just like get an artist name in between, just go for it. All right.
It's just making me nervous.
All right. So you ready? You guys ready? Ready? All right. First, we'll start from Danny, Alina, and then we go to Feder. Right. So what do you think about Cornell and Ritika?
Oh, amazing musicality. She's hot. Very hot. I think that they're unique, very unique. Like, because they were like a couple that they were doing the kind of things that they're doing first.
Yeah.
First than anybody else. And yeah, like, that's what I think.
Yeah. Alina?
They are the reason why I liked bachata. They were the
Yes.
first bachata couple I followed, and was like, oh, it looks kind of cool, because I was into hip hop. It was like, oh, they look kind of like hip hoppy cool, so they are my reason to start bachata.
Sorry, I don't know. I know who they are, but I don't know much about them.
So he's saying they're amazing. Amazing, yeah. Miguel and Sansat. Is that how you say her name, right?
Sun Sire.
Sun Sire. Sorry. It's this my different. Miguel and Sun Sire.
Playful, energetic, Latin vibes.
Latin vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Alina.
Yeah, they are very cute, nice and kind couple. And Sunsi, no. Sí. No.
Eso es.
Very, very cute.
Just goals. Like they're not only so amazing as a dance couple, like love the style, literally like leave me like speechless when I seen the demos like in real life.
Yeah.
But like Alina said, they're such nice people. Like we brought them over for the weekend there.
Yeah.
And they asked, we were like super busy, and they're like, "Hey guys, do you want us to cook your dinner or something?" I was like, "Wow, you guys are the stars. You guys are the artists. You're asking us if we wanted that."
Yeah.
They're amazing people.
Yeah. Daniel and Desire.
Desire.
This okay.
Daniel and Desire.
Is that bro? Okay, it's spelled as Desire.
Okay.
All right, let's do it again. Daniel and Desiree.
Inspiration, 100%. I feel like the way how I didn't tell, but the way how I started into the bachata world is because when I was doing ballroom dancing and I was living in US, in New York, someone asked me like, "Oh, can you teach bachata?" And I was like, "What is bachata?" But yes, I can. Of course I can. So I remember that I was teaching bachata, but I had no idea. And I was like, okay, to YouTube, but it was not a big thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like checking out, oh wow, this couple, Daniel, he has my name. I was like, they're so cool. So they became my obsession. I was like looking at them like for so long. And I think that, as I said, is the inspiration for me and for so many people, because they were like there before.
Yeah.
They're amazing, talented. Yeah.
What do you think, Alina?
Very sexy vibes.
Very sexy. Yeah.
Yeah. Central.
Yes,
But
that's true.
All right, next artist, Julian.
Julian. Unique. Who's Julian? He's the president of New Zealand. Unique.
He has a master's degree.
Very kind person. Very, very kind person. Of course, like his dancing style is unique.
Yeah.
I don't think that I have any other way how to describe it, the uniqueness. But also as a person, he's very nice, very polite.
Yeah.
Very smart guy.
Absolutely. Alina?
I mean, sensei.
Yeah.
Endless respect, friend, inspiration, support, ever support.
Yeah, unique style. I think I haven't seen anyone else dance like Julian. It's obviously he knows best, but it looks like a lot of it is like kind of like got ballet in it, which is not something we've seen from a male artist in the bachata scene. You've seen a lot of like ballet trained followers, but not leads.
Not it, yeah.
Yeah, amazing performer, like my best friend. So yeah.
All right. Wu and Hillary?
Well, Hillary. Actually, I know them because we meet so many times in different events. But we never had a chance to talk so much. But I really admire their work. I think that they're doing the right thing. I think that their dancing is very clean. I feel like it's a couple that they follow the rules in a nice way.
Yeah.
They are amazing. Both very talented.
Alina?
Definitely bachata nerd. In the best way possible. Yeah. So he's bachata nerd, bachata monk.
Yeah.
And Hillary, oh my gosh, she is kind of fulfilling the couple so nicely because she's opposite of Wu, and they together are such a nice couple.
Fede?
What's the word I was looking for? Not technicians. The word doesn't come to me, but like they're engineers. Yeah, like they're so good with their technique. Like it's like unreal. They like try to distill the moves to the absolute most fundamental thing that makes it work. They really understand like mechanically what makes the moves work, and like I really like that about them, and like I want to learn more from them.
And now the next couple are not going to be with each other from next year, but they've been teaching for a very long time together. Carlos and Chloe?
Carlos and Chloe, oh, they're nice. I love actually their energy. I think that actually what is the best thing they have, their energy. They know how to like make people like more to have fun.
Get the energy.
Yes. Yeah. Also like their dancing style together, I think that is also very special, very unique, very playful, like very, very playful.
Absolutely.
Both, I think that Chloe is one of the best followers in the world. Like she can follow anybody, and she's amazing. And Carlos is also an amazing leader.
Alina?
The first time we've met them, both of them obviously are like super amazing dancers. But especially Chloe, when I experienced her as a follower and as a lead, the only question was how. How she's equally good at both.
Yeah.
And we've had them recently in August, and by the end of the social, I was looking at them and their level of energy, the same question, how?
Yeah.
I think from like an organizer standpoint, Chloe's like the ultimate product. Like Alina said, she can lead and follow to such a high level that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then also Carlos is really, really good. And Carlos at a party is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like Carlos just brings it at a party, and like he'll bring like really playful vibes, and he just gets it going. So like anywhere where you got those two people, like you know you're going to have a really good event.
Yeah. What do you think about Victor and Monica?
So he's my friend. I like him. He's amazing. I feel like he's young.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's so cute. He's too young. But at the same time, he's an amazing, talented dancer, hard worker. Both Victor and Monica, they are so hard worker. I think that they are getting a lot of what they deserve actually now. They are getting worldwide, as I tell them all the time. Yeah, they are very talented, hard worker.
Yeah. Alina?
The highest technique, super controlled in such a young age. I was just amazed looking at them, and they kind of like popped up, and at least in social media, maybe I don't know a lot, but they popped up like very suddenly, and that was like impression from the first time I've seen them. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a wow effect.
Yeah.
I always compare things to like the thing that I got the highest reference point in, which is martial arts. Like just looking at them, it's like they're so good that they can somehow break the rules while still making it work.
Yeah, makes sense.
It looks like when you see them dance, they're like, they can do anything. They can do anything at all, and they'll make it work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're just so high level.
And the last artist is Seb.
He's an amazing artist from New Zealand. This year. He's giving discounts.
When are you teaching in Spain? I heard you're gonna be teaching coaching Corky and Judith.
yeah. Actually, I'm starting my own new style. Yeah, a bachata influencer, as I told you guys. Yeah. So
I'm here to go into Geneva as a headliner.
yeah, 100%. I mean, I've been very busy. Yeah, I check my schedule, like because I'm judging the next Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
I thought you were going just to do like a demo for all the Geneva competitors, so they could see like, oh, that's what it looks like when it's 10 out of 10.
That was on the thing. Yeah. That was on the line. The thing is, since Danny has been bringing up the judges thing, I think I'm going to look more into the judges.
Yes,
panel
to
right
coach
now.
them.
Yeah. 'Cause I
And
can't,
someone
like,
has to do it.
Someone has to do the. He said only judging, or I want to get into judging.
just to give people a chance to win.
Yeah. I don't want to be a great artist and dance really well, but I can judge really well. I'm very judgmental. What do you think about the great artist, Sep?
I remember my very early days.
Thank you.
When I started with him, like literally yesterday.
Yeah.
Fix your right hand.
In dance. In dance. In other things, the right hand is good. Just dance. All right. Okay. So we are getting close to actually we're gonna wrap it up now because it's already been our 15 minutes. Again, don't forget you'll get $10 discount on your next concession card if you use the word "Sep is awesome," and that also applies for his videos as well. Yeah. So in November we have Danny's online videos coming out. I just wanted to say one thing from the bottom of my heart. I've been in the dancing since I was 10. Going to socials, and I was very familiar because of my sister. And I always wanted to get back to it, right? When I came to New Zealand before, I never found a place where they would not only teach you like on a proper sort of a thing, like proper basics and proper like program, but also expose you to international level. Maybe they were there, maybe I wasn't as familiar, but since I have done my classes with AF, I've been personally really happy. So I just wanted to thank you guys for taking the risk, starting and then bringing international artists regularly. I think a lot of people are appreciating that. I don't think you guys get enough credit for it. You get a lot of comparison. The teachers are always compared. The teachers are always, this one's doing this one's doing that. But at the end of the day, you guys are making the scene a lot better. And the reason I say this is every social, they bring a artist, a teacher from another dance school to their social to conduct the class. So all the students that they have actually learn from other dance schools as well, to the point where Alina was saying we should all unite. So shout out to you guys. Thank you. Gabby, Julian, Fede, Alina, all of you. Seriously.
Thank you, Sep.
And shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for doing this.
It's so much fun.
I hope you had fun. I hope
had
you
a
come
lot of
back
fun.
next time with more stories. Whenever you come,
For
we can
sure.
set it
Have
up.
more.
Shout out to Razi standing an hour behind the cameras just to make sure the cameras are running. My friend Andrew, who just came from emotional support.
Sitting there in the corner like he's in trouble, right?
Yeah, just watching. And he's a producer. Yeah. And also the people who watch the podcast. I appreciate you guys. I hope I see everybody in the dance scene and we all have a good time and enjoy. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey!